When it comes to college basketball and March Mania, one thing is for sure. Nothing's for sure. Upsets, buzzer beaters, Cinderella's advances, top seeds going home early. It's all gonna happen. Bet the unexpected, every upset, every day with DraftKings Sportsbook. With live betting, exclusive content, promos, and parlays, DraftKings is the ultimate college basketball destination for March. Ready to make your first bet? Check out the matchups and pick a team to win. It's that simple. First time, here's something special just for you. New DraftKings customers bet $5 to get $200 instantly in bonus bets. Bet the unexpected with DraftKings Sportsbook. Download DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use code MONEYMOVE. That's code MONEYMOVE for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets. When you bet just $5, only at DraftKings. The crown is yours. All right, listen up, taxpayers. It's time for what you all really tuned in to listen to me for. Financial advice. Tax season, Boost Mobile wants you to turn your tax refund into 6 months of saving. When you buy 6 months on their best unlimited plans, Boost will give you another 6 months for free. That's like 6 times 2 divided by 1, carry the, a really good deal. They told me I should have been a tax accountant. Well, would you trust me with your money? Well, that's great news because I'm not done yet. Visit Boost Mobile store during tax season and enter to win up to $10,000 to double your refund. Or if you're really good at math and money stuff like me, pay off what you still owe. Okay, time to take my financial advisor hat off and put on my lawyer hat. Requires upfront payment, tax and fees extra, terms and exclusion apply. Visit boostmobile.com for full offer terms and sweeps details. And now I get back to my boring old day job. Head over to your nearest Boost Mobile store and make the most out of your tax refund. Spring is right around the corner, and you know what that means. More time to enjoy quality moments with your partner, whether it's a long walk in the park or a cozy evening at home. There's no better time to spark up that connection. Literally, introducing Rose Sparks, the 2-in-1 prescription treatment that helps you get stronger, harder erections faster. Rose Sparks dissolve right under your tongue and hits the bloodstream quicker, meaning you'll be ready to go in just 15 minutes on average. And with up to 36 hours of action, you've got more time to enjoy yourself round after round. With Rose Sparks, you get thicker, longer erections you want and the stamina that lasts longer, making it more fun for the both of you. It's all about being ready for play whenever the moment strikes. And the best part, Rose Sparks connect you with a medical provider 100% online. No awkward in-person visits. If you're approved, your treatment ships right to your door. If prescribed, new sexual health patients gets $15 off Sparks on a recurring plan. Connect with a provider at ro.co/nightcap to find if prescription Rose Sparks are right for you. That's ro.co/nightcap for $15 off your first order. Compound drugs are permitted to be prescribed under federal law, but are not FDA approved and do not undergo FDA safety effectiveness or manufacturing reviews. For full safety info, go to ro.co/safety-info. This episode of Nightcap is brought to you by Cologuard, a non-invasive colon cancer screening test. Did you know colon cancer is considered one of the most preventable yet least prevented cancers? When caught in the early stages, colon cancer has a survival rate of 90%. So screening and early detections are key to reducing overall colon cancer deaths. That's why the American Cancer Society recommends that if you're at average risk, you begin screening for colon cancer at age 45. And a convenient way to do that is with Cologuard test. The Cologuard test allows you to be in control of your colon cancer screening through prescription-based tests delivered to your door with none of the prep that's required for a colonoscopy. No liquid prep, no days off, no invasive procedures. Plus, Cologuard test is affordable. Most insured patients pay $0, and a follow-up colonoscopy is needed after a positive Cologuard test. This is usually covered by insurance also. So if you're 45 years of older and at average risk, you can ask your healthcare provider about screening for colon cancer with the Cologuard test. You can also request a Cologuard prescription today at Cologuard.com/podcast. The Cologuard test is intended to screen adults 45 and older at average risk for colorectal cancer. Do not use Cologuard test if you have had adenomas, have inflammatory bowel disease, and certain hereditary syndromes, or personal or family history of colorectal cancer. The Cologuard test is not a replacement for colonoscopies. High-risk patients' Cologuard test in adults 45 to 49 is estimated based on a large clinical study of patients 50 and older. False positives and false negatives can occur. Cologuard is available by prescription only. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of Nightcap, brought to you by Boost Mobile. Visit your nearest Boost Mobile store or boostmobile.com to join their nationwide 5G network today. Home. Finally, 8 cities, 10 days. I get to sleep in my bed tonight. Not that I wasn't sleeping in my bed the last couple of nights because I was in Atlanta, Ocho, but it is so good to be home. Thank you guys for joining us. I am your favorite Unc. A little exhausted, but I feel good. I'm rested. I got me a nap today, Ocho, so we might be on this thing like 3-4 hours a night.
Now we talking. Now that's all I wanted to hear. Now I'm just waking up from a nap as well, so I don't want to hear no excuses. When I ask you, I don't want to get off. Let's extend the show a little bit longer and give the people what they want.
Okay.
That's good energy. That's good energy.
Y'all know.
Wait, I got one more thing before you go.
What's that?
I'm gonna tell you why I got good energy.
Okay.
Not only did I take a nap, before I took a nap, even though I don't have a partner here, you know I had to find out how these things work.
No, in the spots. He on the spots.
Hey, listen. I put one under my tongue, right?
Yeah.
I put one in my tongue because I just want to see what it would do for me.
Yeah,
how
man.
my body would react to it. Now, when I ordered my sparks, I went through everything. They
step
said
by step.
And I got to prescribe based on what I like, based on the questions I had to ask.
Yeah.
And it did wonders. And I ain't even had nobody with me.
Yeah.
So I'm on one of the sparks just for the show. That's why I'm talking so fast and I'm so excited, enthusiastic right now, and very passionate about what we finna do.
I ain't gonna lie to you, and I'm telling you.
Huh?
Y'all got any crooked bridges in Florida?
Nah.
Man, Ocho, I had one in my pocket.
Right.
And I leaned over there and dropped it in the water. The bridge straightened out. I ain't gonna lie to you, Ocho, I swear it did. I swear it did. The bridge straightened out just like, I said, dang, I thought the bridge was like whining. Straighten it out. That's my guy right there, number 85, the route runner extraordinaire, the Bing of Ring of Fame, honoree, the Pro Bowler, the All-Pro. That's Chad Ochocinco Johnson. Since you took us there, Rose Sparks dissolves under your tongue for faster results. And by results, I mean, you know what I'm saying, Ocho, a mean one. Plus, they last up to 36 hours. So that means you get turned on and you compete, repeat, and repeat, three-peat if necessary. Find out if a prescription Rose Sparks are right for you at ro.co/nightcap.
Hey, you know how the rappers always spread money.
Yeah, they spread their money, spread their bread out like that. Yeah.
I'm gonna spread the rolls out. I'm gonna spread the rolls out. Yeah. Yeah, let's go. Hey, somebody's daughter in trouble. I don't know who.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, somebody goes, hey, man, y'all better stay away from Ocho. Your rear ain't gonna need a lining. I'm just saying, stay away from him now. You're on the Rose Spark. Nightcap episode is brought to you by Boost Mobile. Visit your nearest Boost Mobile store or boostmobile.com to join their nationwide 5G network today. Hey, guys, thank you so much again for joining us. We can't do anything without you guys. Thank you for your support and your continued support. Make sure you check out Shea by LaPortier, every city that we stopped in. I want to personally thank you for showing up and showing out. The love, the conversation that we had, the support that you've offered me from the very first time that I had the signing here and right here in Nevada to all over Atlanta, Savannah, Chicago, Hartford, Connecticut, Baltimore, Charleston, South Carolina. Thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Now, we do have it in stock, and if you can't find it in a city or state near you, order it. We will ship it directly to your door. And please drink responsibly and stay safe. Go follow my media company page on all of its platforms, Shay Media, and my clothing company, 84 with 84 being spelled out. Everything has restocked. The link is pinned at the top of the chat. Supplies are limited, and once they're gone, they're gone. So please get yours while supplies last. Ocho, we're going to start the show. Unfortunately, we got to start the show with some sad news. Former heavyweight champion George Foreman has passed away at the age of 76. George Foreman, a two-time world heavyweight champ, an Olympic gold medalist, if I'm not mistaken, in 1968, who was regarded as one of the hardest punchers in boxing history. One of his most memorable punches, he knocked out Michael Moore despite being down on all the scorecards in 1994 to reclaim his heavyweight championship belt at the age of 45. He was inducted into the both World Boxing Hall of Fame and the International Boxing Hall of Fame. Big George, if I'm not mistaken, George was the heavyweight champion in
Yeah.
1968 in Mexico City. Joe Frazier was the heavyweight champion in '64. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's Tokyo. And then Ali was 1960 in Rome. And so we had a great, boxing we used to dominate boxing. We don't do it anymore, Ocho. But we used to dominate. America used to dominate the sport of boxing.
Yes.
And I think George, a lot of people remember for the loss that he had against Muhammad Ali in the Rumble in the Jungle.
Yeah.
Some of his famous fights when he almost killed Joe Frazier.
Yeah.
And that's when Muhammad Ali was down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier. And he kept knocking him down, and Joe kept getting up until he finally knocked him out, and the fight was over. One of his most famous fights, guys, if you get a chance, go YouTube this fight. Now, it's not artistically pretty.
Right.
But you talk about two guys just throwing haymakers, you will never see another heavyweight fight like this. George Foreman against Ron Lyle.
Oh, Ron, okay.
I don't know if you've ever seen it, chat, but if you get an opportunity,
yes, sir,
please watch this fight. Now, it's not a thing of beauty. It's not great defense. It's just two guys throwing haymakers upside each other's head. And both fighters go down, get up, the other one down, get up, knock the other one down. It's as good a heavyweight fight you'll see. Foreman prevailed. And now, I don't know how many people, but he started this George Foreman grill. I got 3 of them, Ocho. I had 2 small ones, and I got the big one that's about this big. Yeah, I did. When I was back when I was playing, that's what we used to cook on. So cook hamburgers, we cook steak and things like that on the George Foreman grill. And if you had one, you guys know what I'm talking about. It had the lines on it. All your meat would always have those lines on it. But it was great, and I'm so sad that Big George, because he turned his life over to God. He became an ordained minister. He got a big family, loved his kids, loved his wife, and unfortunately, George Foreman passed away at the ripe age of 76.
Oh man, listen, obviously, Unc, and the people in the chat, I'm sure you guys know how enthusiastic and passionate I am about the sport of boxing and combat sports in general. Obviously, I wasn't old enough to be able to watch George Foreman, but I was able to go back and watch some of the fights with him and Ali, Joe Frazier, and some others, and he's one of the all-time greats. He's one of the all-time greats, and it's very sad to hear of his passing. And normally, most of the time, we celebrate when someone passes on. And I went back and watched some of his best fights. I watched some of his best fights. I wasn't in town at the time of his passing, so I mean, it was sad to hear a legend, definitely a legend gone.
It is. It's so sad, but like I said, I mean, George, he loved his country, because if you go back and look, he got the little American flags and he's waving them in the ring because he's proud to be an American. Especially in '68, everybody knows what was going on in '68. That was the height of the civil rights movement. If I'm not mistaken, Dr. King had just gotten assassinated in April, and I think the Summer Olympics had just was happening a little later that summer, so America was on edge. That's also Carlos and Tommy Smith being kicked out for raising on the podium when they finished 1-3 in the 200 meters.
Hey, speaking of Mr. Smith, when I was at Oregon State, when I was at Santa Monica Junior College, my head coach was Robert Taylor, rest in peace. Tommy Smith was a track coach at Santa Monica Junior College during my time there.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
So George Foreman, gone at the age of 76, gone but never forgotten. We'll remember his contributions to what he did for the sport of boxing, what he did for his community, and George Foreman, and our thoughts and prayers go out to him, to his family, and all those impacted by the passing of George Foreman, gone at the age of 76. Ocho, March Madness has 0 perfect brackets that remain. More than 34 million brackets was entered. None remain perfect. It took 43 games, but number 3 Kentucky's 84-75 win over number 6 Illinois busted the final bracket. So, Ocho, this is the first time that a men's perfect bracket had lasted until the second round since 2019. In 2024, the last perfect men's bracket was busted in the 31st game of the tournament. Are you surprised that there are no perfect brackets remaining?
Listen, I'm not surprised, because if you look at the odds when it comes to having a perfect bracket and winning prize money or winning something for having a perfect bracket, I mean, you would know the chance of winning or having the perfect bracket is less likely than actually winning the lotto, if I'm
It
not
actually
mistaken,
is.
statistically. And if it's like that, the chance of having a perfect bracket, you would have to almost guess or create multiple brackets at that to actually have one that goes perfect and have it different scenarios in the way games are going to play out. Because if you look at it, listen, Unc, it only comes down to one game. It comes down to
Yep.
one game. I was excited and didn't even create a bracket. I just went on a limb and said, you know what? Hell, St. John's is finna win the whole thing. And St. John's done they didn't win
Got
and
bounced in the
lost.
second round.
They didn't lost in the second round. So if I had a bracket, which I didn't, that the goddamn one team I did pick, now they going home.
Yep. And because normally, if your team normally, it's hard for you to win a bracket if the team that you picked to win the tournament gets knocked out early. Because think about because you had them winning, they got knocked out the round of 32. So now they don't make the Sweet 16. They don't make the Elite 8. They don't make the Final Four. So one side of your bracket is already gone. Unless you're perfect on the other sides, it's hard for you to overcome that. But this is why people love March Madness so much, is the uncertainty, the unpredictability of college basketball, because you're not dealing with professionals here, Ocho.
Right.
You're dealing with kids. You're dealing with 18 to 20, 21-year-old kids. Maybe some are a little older now because of the portal and what we had with COVID. So sometimes the kids are 22, 23 years of age.
Right,
But you're not dealing with professionals, although some of them are getting paid. So I guess you would theoretically consider them professionals. But when you look at it like that, Ocho, I'm not surprised. I'm surprised there haven't been more upsets. Because normally we get more. Yeah. Normally, because I don't think we didn't have any 13, 14 seeds that upset anybody this year. Normally we have a 13 or 14 seed, a 15 seed that would upset somebody. It's just hard now, Ocho, because the freshmen, if you're really good, you leave.
Right.
And the portal guys going back to go in one school here didn't like the amount of playing time, or they got into it with coaches, or whatever the case may be. And so now, guys, the talent is spread. Guys are not just going to Carolina, Duke, and Kentucky, and Kansas.
Right.
Guys are spreading out. UConn, even though they lost today to Florida. But that's what happens. That's what happens. And you're going to start to see this, I think, a little bit more in football also, Ocho, the unpredictability of college football, because the guys are starting to spread out. Because you know what? There are a lot of teams that got money. Now, they might not have as much as Ohio State or, say, Michigan or Alabama or Georgia, but hey, considering I was going to get nothing and I can get 200, 300,000, that's pretty good money for an 18-year-old that's entering college.
You know, when I think about it, you talk about the landscape and how the dynamic of the playing field has somewhat even because players are going everywhere. I think when it comes to college football, I think that's already happened. I think it's already happened from the time you think of the days when the Hurricanes, the Florida Gators, and the Florida and the Seminoles used to absolutely dominate collegiate football and get all the great players, especially from down here in Florida, as opposed to now. Listen, the kids out of Florida and Texas and LA, they going everywhere.
They're going to Ohio State. They're going to Alabama. Look at Amari Cooper. Look at Jerry Jeudy. Look at Jeremiah Smith. He's at Ohio State. Look at Lamar Jackson. He's from Florida. He went to Louisville. So where the guys from Florida would normally stay home, they're like, nah, we
They
gone.
out of there. They out of there.
And so, if Florida could actually keep their guys, that's why Florida State, Miami, the Canes, that's why they were so good, because they normally kept that homegrown talent. Now that homegrown talent, they leave. And so Ridley, Calvin Ridley from Florida?
Calvin Ridley,
He and his brother, they went out of state. And so you're right, Ocho. I think because the guys are starting to leave and starting to spread out, you're going to see the likelihood of you see the domination that you once saw.
No,
I don't know if we're going to see that again.
No, it's not going to happen. Listen, unless there's some booster from somewhere that comes along with an abnormal amount of money, and let's say UM, for example, or Florida State. In order for them to get back to their dominating ways, they have to come into these homes and offer some of these five-star kids or steal players from other schools. That's what you're going to need to do, Ocho. Based on the amount of money they're willing to pay them. In order for the Hurricanes or the Seminoles to get back to how it was back in the 90s. You got to keep all homegrown kids right here within the state.
When you look at it, Ocho, and like you said, you got to get a kid that was like a Jordan Addison. He won the Biletnikoff Award at Pitt, and now he ends up at USC. because you got those big movie studio execs and all those guys that went to USC. That's a big film school.
Yeah.
Which one of those? Is it Katzenberg or David Geffen that went to USC? It's one of them because SKG is Spielberg, Katz, and Geffen. Spielberg, Katzenberg, and Geffen, SKG. But I know one of them got a film school named after him at USC. Because they started Pixar, didn't they? SKG. Spielberg, David Geffen. But that's what you're gonna have, Ocho. You're gonna have, like you said, those big guys to have that kind of money. You see, Larry Ellison, his wife went to Michigan. He intervened and got Bryce Underwood to flip from LSU to Michigan.
Yep.
DreamWorks, SKG, Spielberg, Katzenberg, and Geffen, right? Which one went to USC? Because one of them has a film school named after him. I think it's David Geffen. But it might be Katzenberg. DreamWorks, yeah, not Pixar. Cooper Flagg scores 18 points in his second round win over Baylor. The Blue Devils finished the first half on a 12-0 run, and the run didn't slow down after the half, asserting their dominance in an 89-66 win. Cooper Flagg was once again the best player on the court, finishing with 18 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists, and a block, while Tyrese Proctor added 25 points and shot 7 of 8 from the three. Duke has been dominant and has shown that they still can win it all. You're absolutely right, Ocho. They've looked like the most impressive team that I've seen in the tournament.
Hey, from top to bottom, in every phase on the court, in transition, on offense, on defense, everything about Duke looks phenomenal. I'm not sure. I think they might be the anomaly. I might be using anomaly in the wrong context in the instance where I'm talking about Duke might be in one of the teams where regardless of what day it is, they probably will beat everybody. I'm not sure who can compete with them or contend with them. You would probably be better versed and well knowledge in the game of collegiate basketball to tell me, is there a team that can actually challenge Duke based on what I've seen so far and based on what I've seen during the regular season?
Right. Hold on for a second. What'd you say? All of them went to USC? All of them have schools named after them. Yeah. So we're not surprised. So that's how USC is able to be able to get Jordan Addison after he won the Blitnikoff Award at Pitt and get him to come to USC. But Cooper Flagg, he looked good. I mean, you watched him at high school at Mount Verde, and he was sensational, and he hadn't disappointed. He looks like he's going to be the presumptuous #1 overall pick in this upcoming draft.
Oh, so he's not coming back?
That man ain't coming back. You want to go to the NBA? How can you get higher than #1? I can see if he's going to be like a end of the lottery pick.
Right.
He's going to be #1 come back to do what?
Hey, it's so funny watching him play today and watching Cooper Flagg. He just reminded me so much of myself when I was in high school. Our game is very similar, very similar. He can, he can score. He can score from anywhere, mid range. Put the ball on the floor, take people on. In the post, back to the basket. I mean, you can shoot the three a little bit. I mean, it's just very reminiscent of myself. In high school back in 1991. And it's a joy to watch. It's a joy to watch.
Somebody say Cooper Flagg is the best prospect since LeBron. Did you not just see Wemby come out last year? So he's a better prospect than Wemby. You feel comfortable saying that? No.
Hey, listen. One thing about us in general, people in general, society, we are prisoners of the moment.
Absolutely.
Whatever is hot right now, that's what it is. And you forget about some of the great players that have come in the past. Hey, there go my dog. Tidy, what's up, baby?
You couldn't let me get no more moments, huh?
Tidy.
He say, my auntie had me for 10 days. And I was ready for her to leave, Ocho. So she be stingy. So she don't want to be sharing enough chicken tenders. She don't share nothing. So I was ready for her to go. You good? In Flagg, Ocho, players are complaining about overinflated basketballs. Here's a list of the players that have spoken out about the absurdity of the ball overinflation in the NCAA tournament game.
Oh, come on, man.
You know, you had Sam Decker, Kobe Bray, Coleman Hawkins, Joseph Girard III, Dalton Connect last year, Armando Baycott, Hunter Dixon. What do you think, Ocho? Is it something or nothing?
Man, I mean, to me, honestly, it's nothing. I wouldn't be complaining about the ball. You know, when you were growing up, sometimes you had to worry, but you had no control over the conditions, huh? You playing outdoor, you play indoor. Sometimes there's no net, sometimes there's a net, sometimes it's chain net, sometimes it's a double rim. Yeah. Sometimes the ball is flat, sometimes the ball is full. Either way, you adapt, you make the adjustments necessary. Now you see what I mean? Now we got players that done got to college. Now they complain about the goddamn ball and forgetting how we grew up. Well, I'm not sure how they grew up. Everybody had a silver spoon based on this era that's in college right now. Listen, I ain't even had no shoes. I had the hoop in PE class and a pair of Chucks.
Everybody's hooping in Chucks.
I know, but I'm just saying, I'm still hooping in Chucks, and they talk about, oh, the ball is too much air in the ball. Man, if you don't go out there and play basketball and adjust and adapt to the goddamn ball, what is you talking about? Man, hey, boy, hey, chat, I was the chat could have saw me, boy. Boy, back in 1990. Boy,
you look like you played in the 60s, the way you holding that basketball.
Oh, I have an unorthodox grip. You hear me? I got an unorthodox grip. I have an unorthodox game.
You do? So let me ask you a question. Do you think there's something to this? What should the NCAA, should they look into it? Should they check the ball?
Hey, honestly, as a player, I'm just saying, as a competitor, I wouldn't care about that. That's just me. Now, I can't speak on behalf of the players. If they're saying maybe the ball has too much air in it, I mean, maybe it does. Should that affect your game in any way? No. When you shoot the ball, don't hit the rim. When you put the ball on the floor, you know what to do with it. No air, a lot of air, it shouldn't matter. It shouldn't affect anything. That's just me. I ain't complaining about no damn ball. I'm going out there and I'm finna hoop. If you're a true hooper, now I'm talking about a true hooper. If you're a true hooper, you adapt regardless of circumstance. I ain't telling you what I heard. I'm telling you what I know. You think the player that go to Rucker Park, they complain about the ball having too much air?
Well, I think sometimes these arenas are bigger than what they normally play in. I think, you hear the NBA players saying you got to get used because the depth perception. Because you used to play it and now they're playing in multi-purposes arena. And so maybe that has something to do with it. Maybe the ball could be overinflated. It's a little, go ahead.
I have a question. Mm-hmm. Don't they have shoot around in college football and college basketball too, right?
Yeah.
There's plenty of time to make the necessary adjustments to your game, to your skill set based on the balls that you were using. Me personally, I'm just saying, they have a right to complain. And just something I wouldn't complain about. Before we have a football game, what does the coach tell you to go do 2 hours before the game? Go out there and test the what?
Test your shoes.
So you know what shoes you need to wear because you might have to make the necessary adjustments based on the field you plan on.
Yep.
Come on now, we talk about the ball having too much air, man. We ain't even had no air in our balls in PE back in the 80s. And I made do just like that. Talk about the ball got too much air in it. Man, child, please, man. Come on now.
The Liberty Flames got blown out in their first round of the 2025 NCAA tournament by the Oregon Ducks. Unfortunately, Liberty head coach Ritchie McKay, that might not have been the worst part of the night. McKay was interviewed on the sideline by one of the reporters on the broadcast. Ocho, take a look at this photo.
Yeah.
Bro, does he not know that we know that's spray?
Hey, let young bull live his life, man. That's that good Beijing. You hear me?
But Ocho, if you notice, you can't do. You got, first of all, he got
right.
two, but you got to cut it down some because you can't have that much hair and didn't have that because he got that thing looking like Carlos Boozer. Hey, Chad, y'all remember Carlos Boozer when that had that thing slicked down?
Had a nice little beard. Hey, maybe he didn't realize it, and maybe because the light, you see the light shining on his forehead. Maybe it's the light from the camera that making it look worse than what it really is. So if
I'm glad they got blown out. Because can you imagine had they not got blown out and it's a close game and he's starting to sweat?
Ooh,
Man,
don't,
hey,
hey,
you see
don't
some of
do
the
it
old
like that.
Baptist ministers, them Baptist ministers be up there in that pulpit and they got that
Yeah,
spray in Beijing that
yeah,
start dripping down.
yeah.
Hey,
Don't do him like that. Don't do him
man,
like
I'm
that.
just telling you, hey, Chad know what I'm talking about. They know, man, he wrong for that, Ocho. You can't go
Hey,
out there like we now. You know what? Our counterparts might ain't say nothing, but I
right.
guarantee every black person that watched that has
Yeah.
something to say.
Always, we ain't gonna let none. Hey, listen, we ain't gonna let none slide, especially
Oh
nothing
no.
like that. Listen, on national television. Oh no,
Oh
he got that good Beijing.
yeah. Oh, and you might not you see him in church. You ain't gonna say nothing in church, but soon as you get off church ground, you see the Joker here just here. I don't know what he thought that was.
Oh,
Oh
hey,
no, you
that's a
can't. Now,
good
now
one.
you, hey, Ocho, you see
Yeah,
that when you start getting them cow licks and then like, you might as well go ahead and cut it down. It's just a matter of time.
just let it go.
Yeah, he got them T-tops. That's them T-tops. You know, back in the day, you didn't have the convertible. You had the
Right,
T-tops.
and like the
East side.
Camaro, the Camaro,
Yeah, there you go. That's
yeah,
exactly right. That's
Camaro and the
exactly right.
Firebird.
Nah, man. Hey. And he just, Ocho, why he just put it, he should went ahead and just put it all over. You can't just,
Hmm.
it's two-tone.
Yeah.
He got his regular hair and then this thing here jet black.
Well, listen, maybe it
He
didn't
ain't from,
start off.
no,
Maybe what if it didn't start off that way? Maybe how about it? Maybe it got like that at the beginning of the game. It wasn't like that. Stress, sweating, and that's how
no,
that was the outcome of it.
no. If it had been, if that game had been close and he started sweating, that thing had been all down his forehead. It just started, hey, you remember how y'all remember Rudy Giuliani? You remember how
Yeah.
he started sweating because he had that rinse in there
Right,
and he
right,
started
right.
sweating and that thing was all over his face? That's
Hmm.
exactly what would have happened to him because that's that spray. That ain't that Beijing. I got that color. That I ain't got that rinse here. This here ain't gonna sweat. But he got that spray. That spray, you get
Yeah.
hot and start sweating, that's
Uh-huh.
gonna start coming down your face.
Wait, hold on. Now you just said something. You said something. I ain't finna let that go by. You say
With
you
it,
you got the Beijing too?
I sure do.
For real?
Yep,
Okay, okay. I
I
like that.
sure
I like
do.
that. I like that.
Ain't
I
nothing wrong.
like that.
First of all, there are a lot
Huh.
of people got it. You ain't about to be 50. Hey, first of all, I'm not Pakistani. I'm not Indian descent, so my hair ain't gonna be jet black. Ain't no damn 50.
Right.
And I ain't the only one. There are a
But
lot
hold
of
on.
mofo. There's a lot of mofos on television
Right.
that y'all must be thinking. Come on now.
Hold on. This is what you need to do. Now, this might be one of the reasons why you ain't been able to find you somebody you actually want. Now, if you're in your 50s, women love a little salt and pepper. So
Yeah,
you can
they can put
stop
it on
doing
their
it black.
salad, but it damn sure ain't gonna be in my head. You better put it on your plate, your food. Because every chance I get, I'm going
Hey,
to Joe. Hey, color the thing up, Joe. Color it up.
hey, you don't wanna just you don't wanna let what it think about how you look though with the all gray.
No, I ain't gonna have no all gray.
No?
Mm-mm.
Okay, okay. I would listen. I'm just throwing somebody that just to give them a different look. Give the women a different perspective of you. That's
I
all.
mean, hey, the chat have seen me. I ain't trying to fool nobody. I mean, y'all
Right.
seen me a couple of times when I can't get back home or get it colored. Hey,
Right.
I got that gray coming in. I mean, I don't know what it is.
Right.
These damn edges.
Hey, Unc, I'm telling you, you should try it one time. Hey, somebody use AI or something and change Unc hair color to gray. Yeah, I just want to see how it look. You might like it, man. Women love a little salt and pepper now. That just let them know that you seasoned.
I am. Hey, look, I'm 57, Mocho.
Yeah.
So, uh-uh. But I don't know now. You can't do that, though. I mean, like I said, hey, if he'd have had it all one color, if he'd have had it all that, we'd have still we probably wouldn't have noticed it as much.
Right. Right.
But like a lot of times they use that spray to have them edges crispy. So what they
Hmm.
do, they use that spray to get them edges crispy.
Right.
So it's a little darker than the rest of the head of the hair. But that's too much. He got that thing looking like shoe polish. Hey, I don't know if you ever shine shoes, Ocho, but my
Yeah.
grandpa used to have me and my brother shine his shoes, and we had to
Uh-huh.
shine our own shoes. So
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all noticed about that shoe polish, but hey,
Oh man,
nah.
that's funny. That's funny. That is funny.
Ocho, the three-peat is complete.
Yeah.
Arguably the greatest hurdler in history, Grant Holloway is the
Grant.
first athlete in World Indoor Championship history to win 3 consecutive 60-meter hurdle titles. Me personally, because Roger Kingdom from Georgia, went to Vienna High School. He was a tremendous athlete.
Yes,
He won the Olympics. I think he won 84 and 88. Alan Johnson won the Olympics. I think if Grant Holloway can win another Olympics, I think he'll go down as the greatest hurdler because he has 3 world championship outdoor. He has 3 indoor. He has an Olympic gold medalist. If he can snag one more, and then, but I'm not so sure because he's in this is a world championship season here. I think now he's dead set on that world record. He's run 1281.
Yeah.
Which is .001 off of Aries Merritt, Georgia boy, who has the world record at 1280. So I think if he can get that world record and get another gold, I think it'll be unquestioned he's the greatest hurdler ever. And we, like I said, we have to, to have that world record. Yeah. Alan Johnson had it. Colin Jackson had it. The Chinese guy, Lu Xuan, he had it. Yeah. Dyron Robles from Cuba, he had it. Aries Merritt took it from him. So it's going to be interesting if Grant Holloway, because his explosive start, he gets out. You're not beating him out the gate.
No.
You're not beating him out the gate. And he's flawless.
His timing. I mean, listen, I've been watching Grant, the Flamingo. That's his nickname. The Flamingo.
That's what they call him.
Holloway for a very long time. One of the greatest hurlers of all time. And I'm sure he's probably going to achieve being the greatest hurler of all time and being able to get that beat that 1280 at some point. So I'm happy for him. Grant, I know you're gonna see this. I salute you. All your hard work. We go at it back and forth on Twitter sometimes and in person. And I'm proud of you, man. I'm proud of you.
Yeah. Coach Prime and Asante Samuel got into some beef this weekend, Ocho.
I love this, boy.
First, Asante responded to the NFL Network's video, Coach Prime hating on the T-step. I can't stop laughing how foolish he sounds. You can't control everything, sir.
Let me teach you real quick how stupid the T-step is. I'm going to teach you real quick. Now, Bucky, you're going to help me. Okay. We're going to walk backwards, then we're going to walk forward. Let's walk backwards.
Okay, we're walking backwards.
Now, let's stop and walk forward. Why didn't you T-step?
Why
didn't you T-step? Okay, let me show you how stupid that is. Look, I'm going to walk backwards.
Yep.
Then I'm going to walk forward.
Whoa.
Who does that? What fool does that? What idiot does that?
Hey, if I was
that's what I miss about the combine.
I would do it like a best. That's right. That's right. Do it like the best does it.
If one of my players do that, I'm ripping his face mask off. And the rest of the game without a face mask.
Hey, listen. Can I go?
Yeah,
I like this. You know how I'm a fan and an enthusiast when it comes to beautiful DB play. The T-step and being able to gather step and get out your break, there are different skill sets for different players.
Yes.
What makes them comfortable, depending on what you like to do. Deion Sanders, his ability to get in and out of breaks is phenomenal.
Yes.
It's phenomenal. His anticipatory skills are phenomenal.
Yes.
Understanding the tendencies and what routes are coming based on down and distance, alignment, whatever it may be, is phenomenal. Another great one, and Asante Samuels, whether it be man, whether it be zone, bump and run, man to man, his anticipatory skills, again, based on down and distance, is good. He's the greatest T-stepper of all time. And he has the numbers and the stats to prove it. Now you have two of the greats. You have two of the all-time greats that are going back and forth based on a specific skill set and technique. One might not like it, but the other likes it. So the way Deion used to get out of breaks, it worked for him and it works for other players.
Right.
Everybody can't do the goddamn T-step like Asante Samuels, huh?
Right.
Everybody can't do it. Other players that play defensive back, you have to gather. You have to. It's like there's some receivers that can get out of break in 3 steps. Then there's some that got to get out in 5. There's the difference. Asante Samuels is one of the few that can T-step. And I think one of the things that might be bad about the T-step, if you T-step and it's a double move, well, you're assed out. You're assed out because you're not even gathering. You just taking that one step and getting up out of there and you just driving.
Right.
So if he fake and make a double move, I mean, it's gonna take you forever to get back out of there.
I think
listen, hey, that's a hard argument, man. From two of the best to ever play the game, but it's a good one. I like to hear your expertise on that.
I think the thing is, time is looking at it as no wasting motion. What do we talk when we run routes? What are we saying? No wasting motion.
Yeah, make everything look the same.
When we get into that break, we want our arms here or we want our arms here.
Yes, sir.
You want your body, you want your over your toes. You know what I'm saying? You want that weight distributed over these big old quads. So you get and come up out of there.
Yes,
Notice none of that.
Yeah.
So in other words, time is saying by T-stepping, that's wasted motion. And what we're taught, my coach told me, say, son, he who hesitates is beat. So time is coming in there, coming.
I'm coming right now. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He said, when you open, that guy's already at the break. Because think about it, you got to do this.
Yeah.
Now you got to square back up and go. Okay. That worked for Asante. I think the thing is that this is what I'm going to try to teach. Now, if I see I'm trying to teach this and the guy can't get it and he's better at T-stepping, I'm going to let him T-step.
But it's a funny thing. This is the funny thing about Asante Samuel. Now, this is when it comes down to technique. This is what Sant was so goddamn good at. Asante play inside leverage, right? He'll play off on purpose. And no matter how you weave him, the thing why he can T-step so well and still be in position to make the play, because that I almost cursed. I'm sorry, you got. I'm so excited. Hey, Asante, you can come at him, and if you weave inside, he gonna weave, but he gonna stay square the whole time.
Right.
He not opening up. He gonna stay square, stay right in front of you the whole time. If you weave outside, he gonna weave right with you.
Right.
And so when it's time for to get out his break, if you make any kind of move in front of him without stepping on his toes, the ball is going the other way.
Yeah,
I've seen it. So
he's the guy you got to
understand.
double move.
Yeah.
I'm double moving him. I'm not, because he's gonna sit.
Yeah,
he gonna squat. He squats on a lot.
Yeah,
he has great, like you said, he has great anticipation. But you got to double move him. And a lot of things, because he came up in the Coach Belichick system.
Yes, sir.
Is that what he did is like, no matter what you do, if I got inside leverage, I got inside leverage. If I got outside leverage, I got outside leverage. So what you do don't impact me because I got to be outside leverage.
No matter
so if
what.
you're doing all that stuff, I got outside leverage. I got outside leverage. You run the bang, I can't stop it. If I got inside leverage, I don't care if you give me a nod outside, I'm staying inside. They ain't got nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of your technique. Is that what we try to do? We try to keep our technique as sound as we possibly can to eliminate wasted motion.
Right.
And so Prime commented, say, sir, foolish, LOL, God bless you, my brother. Tell them what this is really about, sir. You forever taking a shot at the sky. Mickey Andrews is responsible for teaching us what I teach, and it sure seemed like it worked for us. Peace be still.
Yeah. And again,
this set up hold on, Ocho. Let me. This set up a bunch of tweets from Asante. Ain't no shot to on the end, brother. Competitive as they come. I talk ish. If it offended you, Coach Gene Chizik taught us how to T-step. I'm just trying to compare film. You can't run from the debate. I will still be here talking ish. LOL. God bless you. Here's a yearly reminder. Not let us excuse pick sixes. 168 games, 53. Deion played 188 games, 53 interceptions, 3 playoff interceptions, 2 Super Bowls. Asante, 51 interceptions, 7 playoff career interceptions, 2 Super Bowls. 50-plus interception, 94 pass. Please start saying they don't throw his way. Asante, I love you, bro. I love you. I think you're phenomenal. But you're not in time's realm. That's not even close. You're not. Nobody will ever say Asante Samuel and Deion Sanders in the same breath. You were fabulous. That's the greatest corner to ever put on pads and a helmet. The lockdown, where do you think this term came from? Where you think that term came? Ocho, do you realize where that term came from?
Yeah.
The cover corner, the shutdown corner, the cover one side of the field. When he took sometimes people when I say time locked it down, there was no safety in the hole. So if you ran the post, go back and look when he picked it on Rocket Ismail. He got him man to man.
Yeah.
They threw a post with nobody in the hole.
Yeah.
Time ran. jumped over the top of him and picked it.
Yeah, I remember that.
Put the ball up and came back this way with it. Asante, you are fabulous.
Yeah.
You're not time, man. You can put all these stats up. Bro, you're not time. I get it. Your technique, you say the T-step worked for you. Good. Ocho and I are trying to explain what we try to do is we try to eliminate wasted motion. Okay, you felt that the T-step would serve you better than to start the back pedal because everybody is up underneath them and come forward. You felt the T-step gave you that a bigger burst. No problem. Clearly it worked. You were a Pro Bowler.
Yeah.
You won Super Bowls. You got 50 plus interceptions.
Yes, sir.
You're just not time, and it's okay.
Yeah, I think I love Prime and what Prime was able to do in the class and the bar that he set. But I don't want it to take away from how special Zont was as well.
Yeah, he was. He was.
How special
but
he
there's
was.
levels. There's levels, Ocho.
Yeah, I know it's levels. I know it's levels, but I need people to also understand as great as Prime was, I'm not saying Zont is on that level, but we need to give Zont his flowers so people understand how difficult it was to put up the numbers he did.
Yeah.
And doing the T-step and
This
how
man-
good he was technically. That's all I'm saying.
Ocho, you tell me the cornerback that's played that shifted the balance of power. He goes to San Francisco, they beat Dallas. He goes to Dallas and Dallas beat San Francisco. He shifted the balance of power. One man.
Yeah, I understand what you mean. That's why I said the greatness that is Prime.
Yeah.
Listen, he stands alone. We know that. You know, but one thing that we always do is we always go to the numbers. We always go to the stats. So
I don't look at the stats. I look at when it played. I watch tape.
Oh, okay. Hey, but listen now. If we talk about watching tape, now you look at 22. Hey, boy, he does some special stuff out there now.
Now his cluing, his ability to diagnose.
Oh yeah. Hey, to know what's coming before.
Man.
Hey, listen, Zont's ability to know what's coming before it comes and gambling at the right time and breaking on balls.
But see, sometimes numbers fool you.
Yes, sir.
Darrelle Revis, how many picks he got? How many people you think taking Asante over Revis? You see how numbers are misleading, Ocho? You think Revis got, I don't know, how many interceptions does Revis have? Does Revis have 30 interceptions?
I'm not.
Revis got 29 picks. Now I want you to tell me, Ocho, you played against both of them. I like to go to the man that played the man, not the man that know the man that talked to the man about a man. You played against both of them.
Yeah.
Tell me what you think.
Listen, don't do me like that. Hey, don't do me like as a defensive back myself. Listen, I'm trying to give praise. It's Sunday. I'm trying to give praise and worship where it's due. Now, see, it's a hard battle for Zont to win because we talking about Prime and the comparison of the two. And 99% of the world won't allow the comparison to happen. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get on my soapbox for Zont. As a receiver,
yes,
I understand how special and technically sound Young Bull was. Now, I'm not trying to compare to Prime. Prime is on a different level. He's in a different stratosphere. But I don't want that to take away. And I want people to
No.
I don't want to take away how great Zont was and what he was able to do. That goddamn T-step and his ability to always stay square is why he was so good at it, as opposed to other DBs that open up right away so they wouldn't be able to T-step anyway. There are very few DBs, right? Listen to me real quick, chat. Listen to me. Prime is a great one. Revis was the great one. Pat Surtain and some of the young bulls in today's game, and some of the DBs in the old era. 95% of DBs, 95% of them play the position not to get beat.
Yeah.
And there's 5% that play to make a play.
Another thing, Ocho.
Prime is in that.
Yeah.
Zon is in that. And it's a few others. I'm not going to reel off no names, but there's a difference.
A lot of times, people have great techniques. You watch guys in warming up.
Yeah.
bam, bam. Get in the game when they go to get somebody. Slop it in the mug.
Yeah, it changed
You
up.
see guys running around so Air Ocho?
Yeah.
Ooh, hey, they hit that 10 roll to 12 and that speed out.
Clean.
They do that over, over the top, like, ooh, boy, you see that dagger?
Yeah.
As soon as somebody in front of them. Dude, what happened?
What happened, yeah? It's funny. It's funny. Anytime you put a body in front of somebody, most of the time, your technique goes away. It goes away. The ability to operate in the same fashion you do on air with the body in front of you takes such extreme confidence in not just your belief in your skill set, but your technique as well.
Look, like I said, that's not, I mean, look, just because you're not, it's like a receipt, it's like somebody saying, well, he ain't Jerry Rice. Well, who is? that ain't no shot.
Right.
It's like when I had Ken Griffey on my podcast, and he go see his son play, and the guy was like, "Hey, he ain't Ken Griffey. He ain't you." Griffey looked at him and said, "Well, who name 5 players that are?"
Yeah.
Okay, Asante Samuel isn't prime. Okay, name 5 DBs that are. That's not a slight.
Right.
Asante Samuel was a damn good, he was a great corner. Mm-hmm. Because you're not prime, that doesn't deduce you.
Right.
That's like saying, well, he wasn't Joe Montana, he ain't Tom Brady. Okay, name 5 Tom Brady's at quarterback. So what the hell are you saying? People get caught up with he ain't this. Okay, name 5 that were. Name 5 Barry Bonds. Name 5 Jerry Rice that played the receiver position. Name 5 LTs. Name 5 Aaron Donalds. It's not guys get so upset. So what you say, I'm saying you were great, but there are levels to this. There are. It just is. You can be a great actor. Are there 5 better than Denzel?
Mm-mm.
So, I mean, I'm just, people get caught up. Hey, he ain't no Gronk. Okay, there ain't but one Gronk. How many tight ends can say they were Gronk?
Right.
I mean, how many tight ends can say they was Travis Kelce?
Mm-hmm.
People just get caught up getting their feet. Man, I don't care.
Right.
I'm good. All I can say is this: from 90 to 2003, that's when I played.
Yeah.
Look at my numbers and look at the guys that played in that era. Look at their numbers, and you tell me I can't do what came after me. Right. I can't do what came before me. But look at my era when I played. Look at the tight ends and from that era, and you see what my numbers look like comparable to theirs.
Hold on, and I got something even better than that. And I'm glad you said that. I want you to look at the era before me. You hear me? Stay with. Hey, chat, y'all hear me? Chat, listen to me real close. Stay with me now. Stay with me. Look at the era before me. All the receivers that played. Yeah. Look at the era during my time, okay? Now look at the era right now. And I ain't talk about no numbers. Mm-hmm. But it was only one Ocho, boy. You hear me? Ocho, it's only one of them, boy. You hear me?
Ocho, people try to say now, well, who did time play against? I tell you what, take any era. You tell me 3 receivers better than Randy Moss, Terrell Owens, and Jerry Rice. I'll give you any era. You tell me 3 receivers that you would take over those 3. Because that's what Dion went against. So I want you to tell me. So if you want this era, you want Chase, Jetta, Reek. If you want to go back a little farther, you want Fitzgerald, you want Marvin Harrison, I'll give you any era. I'll take T.O., I'll take Randy Moss, and I'll take Jerry Rice. And you tell me 3 receivers that's better than those 3. Take off, chat.
Hey, listen, why the chat try to do the impossible, I'm finna grab me a bottle of water.
Man, look, this is not and this is rare for time for him to get into a tit for tat on Twitter. Occasionally he will. Occasionally if he feel like he said, he's called upon, he'll chime in. But normally he really doesn't. It's like I said, I just think the thing is a difference of opinions. Asante did the T-step. It worked for him. Time didn't. He believed wasted motion, wasted cause you to give up plays that you probably wouldn't give up. Okay. Two things can be true. The T-step can work for Asante, where time didn't do the T-step. Okay.
Hey, matter of fact, we can squash the conversation and we could change the topic. Whether you gather step, whether you T-step, whether you bump, whether you play off, whether you play zone, whether you play man. Asante Samuel and Dion, you know who they couldn't cover?
Who?
Me.
Man, time already told you to go press you.
Hey, we could be in a phone booth. We could be in the phone booth. We could be in a brown paper bag. Matter of fact, the paper bag could be wet. The paper bag could be wet. Prime couldn't see me, huh? He couldn't see me with Eric Dickinson goggles on. And don't play with me. Asante.
Man, Prime go choke the shit.
Hey, listen, I love both them boys, man. I love both them boys, and I love the healthy banter and competition back and forth.
Yeah.
The competitive nature never goes anywhere, even when you're done playing. I like it.
Yeah,
it's a good healthy discussion. But y'all can't stop me. Not then and not now.
But what I could never understood was how could time play with that big wide base.
Hey, right? And if you beat him, he was gonna recover.
Yeah, he wasn't worried about you running past it. And
He
that's the
gonna
last thing he was
recover.
running. He wasn't running. I mean, maybe one guy, probably if he missed the jam on Tyreek. But other than that, he gonna be. Now,
Listen,
if he don't miss the jam, he gonna be right there in your
You
hip.
gotta think about it. If he missed the jam on Tyreek, that means the ball got to be perfect.
It gotta be, because he gonna come now. He coming.
The ball got to be perfect.
He coming. Next time, as a matter of fact, next time we bring time, we're gonna ask him.
I like that topic.
I think they got camp. Don't they got us practice? See you practicing? Man, I wish I'd have known. If I'd have known we were gonna have this conversation, I'd have hit him up.
Who that? Who?
Time.
Oh. That was a good one. That was a great convo.
Ocho, the Giants reportedly haven't given up on Aaron Rodgers despite signing Jameis Winston. Following Rodgers' visit to the Steelers on Friday, the G-men reportedly haven't stopped their pursuit of the 41-year-old. Jeremy Fowler reports the Giants have not given up on Aaron Rodgers even though they signed Jameis Winston. But reading the tea leaves here, it looks like the Steelers are in the pole position to potentially get it done. The Giants signed Winston to a 2-year, $8 million deal. Excuse me. Hey, just hours after Rodgers' meeting with the Steelers. Ocho, do you see the Steelers as a proper landing spot, or is it the Giants?
That's a good one. Me, I can't really put myself in Aaron Rodgers' shoes, but if you look at the landscape of the offense, on where I would prefer to be, Malik Neighbors is nice.
Yeah.
He's nice. That's one good one to throw to. But you got two good ones over there with the Steelers.
Correct.
Me, personally, I would be choosing over there with Arthur Smith, George Pickens, and DK Metcalf. Let me get some of that. Let me get some of that. That's if I'm Aaron Rodgers. And understanding what you can do with two dynamic receivers like that, just get the ball out your hands. That's all. Just get the ball out your hands. I'm not sure who they have at running back. Just take some of the pressure off of Aaron so he ain't back there throwing the ball 100 times a game. But if I was a quarterback, I'm trying to go over there with the crash out. I call them the crash out brothers.
The Giants doesn't make a whole lot of sense because why would you sign Aaron Rodgers and Jameis Winston and potentially – that means if you do that, Ocho, that means you're not going to get a quarterback.
Right. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Maybe they're just talking. Maybe that's all smoke and mirrors.
Maybe
it's all smoke and mirrors because what the Giants are going to do, they're going to need a quarterback for the future.
Yes.
If they sign Jameis Winston to a 1 year, they mean they sign Aaron Rodgers also to a 1 year. You got to make up your mind. You got to make up your mind.
So where did that? So if Rodgers goes to Pittsburgh, so where does that leave Russell Wilson? Cleveland?
That's a possibility. That is a possibility.
That's the only place I see because Geno Smith is at the Raiders now. Yeah. Sam Darnold is at Seattle. I'm trying to figure out where else could he go? Who else needs a quarterback? They just put Jones in Indy. to challenge Richardson. So I'm looking at the landscape, Ocho. I'm trying to figure out where can he go.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. I really don't like what they did. I kind of like it and I don't like it. From a competitive standpoint, I don't like what they're doing to Richardson. But I also like it because now that you have somebody to push you and vying for your job, maybe that gets you to play at a higher level because now you have something to worry about. But also sometimes it's pros and it's cons to that too. Because now what happens if you press? What happens if you try too hard? What happens if you try not to make mistakes instead of just playing freely? I think it'd do more harm than good when you. I don't think they like Anthony Richardson for the future.
Ocho, they knew he was a reclamation project. He was not a high completion percentage guy in college. He wasn't he came in, his completion percentage was lower than Tebow's. And we know Tebow did not have a great completion percentage. I'm talking about in the NFL. I'm just the facts.
Right.
Just the facts. And the mere fact that they went out and signed Jones. What's his name? What's his first name? Daniel Jones.
Yeah.
What does that tell you? And they gave him $14 million. How they gonna pay the backup more than they pay the starter?
Right.
What are they telling you, Ocho?
Yeah,
they tired of your bull jive. $14 million. You see what they gave? You see what they gave Jameis Winston backup money? You see what they give other backup money?
I have a question.
Chat.
Listen.
Stop talking about Cousins. Cousins was brought in to be a starter. He happened to be the backup because he lost his job.
Can you answer me something?
Yeah.
Why they give Jameis Winston 1 for 8 or 2 for 8? What was it, 1 for 8 or 2 for 8?
2 for 8.
Okay, so why they gave him 14?
Why you think? They surmise he's gonna be the starter.
No, or does it have anything to do with age?
No, because here's the thing, Ocho. The guys like, hold on, if I'm coming in, because they want you to know. They want Anthony Richardson to know. Right. He's not coming to be your backup. Did you see what we paid him? We paid him more than you. Now all this come late, leave early.
Right.
All this the stuff that you've been doing, it ain't gonna go no more.
I got a question. Well, hold on. I got a question for you. Who's the backup in Indy right now?
Daniel Jones.
Now, what did Daniel Jones show us the last 2 places he was at?
He ain't show us nothing in Minnesota because he didn't get in. But the Giants.
My point exactly. So with the Giants, he had flashes. He had flashes of brilliance.
Yes.
I'm not even gonna sit here and lie. I'm not gonna lie to you. But obviously, the Giants were in a position where it was either Barkley at a position that they don't value, or it was Daniel Jones. So they decided to pay Daniel Jones. But the small sample size and what we saw from him, I mean, he ain't the goddamn answer. He's not, and that's no disrespect to him. He's not the answer. But I think that it's a good thing. Again, like I said, there's pros and cons to it. You're bringing some competition. Most players, if you're competitive, oh man, this sucker ain't finna beat me out my job.
No way.
You ain't finna beat me out my job. I welcome you. I welcome this challenge. You talk about you don't believe in me? I got you. Hold on.
Man, I wish they would have thought about bringing somebody in, Ocho. You about to be in your 3rd year, and they bringing a quarterback in. Ocho.
Man, please.
That better be year 12, year 14.
Okay. Now that's different. You know the 3rd year is your make it or break it year, right?
Yes.
The 3rd year at any skill position is the year you have arrived, where it's going to let us know if you've arrived or not. Either you got it or you don't by that point. So I'm assuming right now the Indianapolis Colts feel, you know what? We don't feel Anthony Richardson has it just yet, so we're going to bring in someone else that maybe can take over. But what we saw from the person they bring in to take over at 1 year for $14 million ain't the MF answer either.
But here's the problem that you're running against. Anthony Richardson, it's like, I got to make a decision. You see what quarterbacks making after their 3rd year?
Okay, I see what you're saying.
I need to know.
Right.
I can't invest $300 million and you can't still be a project.
Right.
With $300 million guaranteed with that kind of money. You can't, Ocho. So they got to make a decision. And if he's not, I got to go back into the draft because I'm not going to pay him $300 million.
Right.
I'm not. You see what you just saw what Joe with Josh Allen got.
Wait. Come on, we can't do that now. We can't do that. Now, I understand what the quarterback market is, but Anthony Richardson, when it's his time to get paid, he's not going to be one of the quarterbacks that reset the market like a Josh Allen or Joe Burrow or Lamar Jackson.
Let's see what CJ Stroud get.
Oh, now CJ Stroud is different.
That's my point.
Now
you see my point.
Okay.
Where if he's the guy, I've got to pay this number.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Now, being the starter and having to pay for actual play is two totally different things.
But still, even if that, you're gonna have to pay him in excess. Is he gonna be worth? Okay, Sam Darnold got 3 years, 105 million. Are you gonna pay him 35 million a year, Ocho, and still be uncertain?
Yeah.
See, that's the point. The quarterback, see, Ocho, you can't pay that guy $5-6 million to be your starter. It's in the 30s.
Yeah. He in a tough spot. I'm hoping this is his year. You got to get it. Hey, Ant, I know you're gonna see this. Take it in stride, baby. Take it as a challenge.
Got to.
What they looking for?
Dak is on the cusp of passing Romo. Dak needs 6 games this season to jump Tony Romo to have the second most career starts in the franchise history, trailing only Troy Aikman. That's a lot of mileage. He'll be 32 and has missed 30% of the last 5 years. Is this the year the Cowboys invest in a potential heir? Now remember, Cooper Rush is gone. He's in Baltimore.
Yes, sir. I don't know. With the way Jerry Jones operates, I have no idea what they're gonna do. I can't even tell you. Now I know Dak has missed 30% of playing time due to injury, unfortunate injuries, but this is football. It's a contact sport. It's a violent sport. Injuries are going to happen. Injuries happen at every position. Sometimes even though you try to prevent it, it's almost impossible. The NFL has done all they can do to make the game safer. Injuries still happen.
And they're going to continue to happen.
Yeah, always. And as far as them finding an heir, it ain't nothing out there to look for or find right now anyway.
True.
It's not. And Dak is only 32. I'm not sure how long he would want to play, but he got a long way to go, especially at the quarterback position. Finding the heir, if you're going to do it, it ain't right now.
So what are they going to do? I mean, look, Ocho, Dak making 60 mil. 60 mil, Ocho. I need championship.
Oh, yeah.
I need a championship game. I need to get to the Super Bowl.
Playoff, yeah. More than playoffs. Huh?
I can't be one and done.
Right.
I can't get just to the divisional round, Ocho.
Right. You're right.
What am I getting for that $60 million? That $249.5 million that's guaranteed. What do I get for that?
Mm-hmm. Well, listen, that $60 million, obviously you wouldn't have to pay that if you paid him ahead of time. You made him play out his whole contract. And listen, this is what you get. Dallas did that. Jerry did that. Stephen Jones did that. You could have paid him early.
They're doing it with Micah.
Oh, man, listen. One thing about a cat. Wait a minute. I forgot to quote that fast.
What about a cat? You gonna land on his feet?
Nah, but I was trying to use the analogy. A leopard never changes stripes. If they done one thing one way all the time, regardless of who the player is, they're gonna continue to do it the same way. That's why you keep getting the same results. I'm gonna do everything at the last minute.
Yeah, well, you can't do. Well, here's the thing: you do that, and the guy you got to pay extra.
There you again.
But you doing that with Micah.
Yeah.
You see the market exploded.
Yeah. And listen, while the market exploding, they're going to have to make him the highest paid anyway at his position.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what you're waiting on. You might as well get it done now.
Jamar Chase brought his dream Lamborghini this week after his historic deal. Check out this ride, Ocho.
Yeah.
He says he's dreamt of buying this car for over 10 years. He raced T. Higgins around Miami. Ocho, how come they ain't call you? You got a whip, Ocho? Is that a McLaren? Is that a McLaren that T got?
Yeah. T got a green McLaren. I was with Chase before I left to go to New Orleans to watch Alvin Ailey. So Chase was with me. I saw it. Very nice Lambo. Remember, I had a Roadster too during my playing days. Obviously, I have a Ferrari now, but that's too much. That's too much car, and it's too loud for me anyway. You know, you get to a certain age, you don't want to hear that kind of noise.
Yeah.
But man, it's a beautiful thing in person. You know, Chase was at my grandma's house.
Okay.
Man, we sat there for 2 hours, man. We talked about the deal, talked about the contracts. We talked about everything. So it was a good time.
I'm a Ferrari guy. I mean, no disrespect to Lamb. I'm a Ferrari guy. They got that new Ferrari. What's that new Ferrari? They got a supercar now, Ocho. I think they said they're making $799 and they're $4 million.
Right. Wait, come again?
$4 million.
Man, go ahead, man.
Shh.
Go ahead.
Man, look here.
I ain't got nothing.
Unc ain't buying a car no time soon.
Yeah, I mean, we in the same boat.
Hey,
I have enough.
I got a 2013 Range Rover. Got less than 37,000 miles on it.
Hey, do you even drive that?
The F80. They got an F80 super. It's a supercar, right? About 1,200 horsepower.
You don't even need all that. I'm just saying a person in general. I'm saying a person, unless you're a car collector, you don't need that. Unless you are a sheik or you over there in Dubai or Qatar. Now I can see that's a different kind of money, huh? I can see
let me tell you why I can't see it. Because I can't see $4 million. That's why I can't see it.
Listen, all you need is an
$4 million for no damn car. You crazy?
Listen, I got a simple F8 Spider. That's enough.
Yeah.
You know, one day, a Sunday, a Saturday, I want to go out, hear the noise, enjoy, pull up to a brunch spot, eat, enjoy, smoke my cigar, go home. Outside of that, I can't do it every day. It's too much noise, huh?
Well, I just saw the guy.
That noise is aggravating.
The heir to the Red Bull fortune just bought the former F1 Egglestone. He bought his collection, $650 million.
Yeah. My goodness.
I mean, he got Michael Schumacher's. He got the Michael Schumacher's that he won the 7th title. Nicky Lauda.
Yeah.
I mean, he got. Whoo.
Yeah.
Whoo.
Yeah. I could imagine.
But even if I had $4 million, which I don't. Even if I had $4 million, and let me reemphasize that again, I don't.
Yes,
I ain't buying that to buy no car for that.
Hold on, but wait, if you were an extensive car collector like the Jay Leno's or the Rick Rosses, then you would.
Let me tell you what I'm extensive. Money collector, and I ain't got $4 million. That's what I'm trying to collect. I'm trying to collect money, and I ain't collected enough of it yet. But look, I ain't got no problem with that, Ocho. Look, you and I both, when we grew up and we saw people purchasing things, man, $20,000, ain't no way I pay $20,000 for that.
Right.
When you get it's easy to say what you won't do
when you ain't got
because when you can't do it.
Right.
But when you can, you do things that you never thought you would because you didn't think you'd be in this position.
Right.
So, but no, congratulations. Enjoy it. That's the whole purpose of it. You know, man, buy yourself something. What's the purpose of working as hard as you can't get at least one or two things that you enjoy? Be it a car, be it a watch, be whatever the case may be. Enjoy it.
Listen, enjoy the fruits of your labor, Unc, but don't get lost in the lifestyle. Don't get lost and become handicapped to the lifestyle in general. It's okay to enjoy the fruits of your labor because you work hard to get where you at.
Yeah.
And you know, I had to give Chase that talk. I talked to T. Higgins the following day. You know, don't get lost in it. You can enjoy it. There is nothing, and I know all the NFL players gonna see this. Chase, I know you're gonna see this. T. Higgins and anybody else that's gonna get paid. Micah, you next. There is nothing you can buy. I don't care how much money your owners pay you. Nothing you can buy that is more valuable than your name. Nothing. When you get out that car, when you take off them clothes, when you take off that jewelry, and you look in the mirror, boy, that's the true value, boy. You hear me? You ain't got to do nothing to impress nobody. When you go to the club, you ain't got to pop no bottles. You ain't got to buy no sections.
Nah.
Huh? Because all the chicks, they done Google how much you making already. You ain't got to do Nathaniel. Listen to me. I'm telling you, I've been in the game 40 years and still got all my chicken. All right.
No.
I got. Hey, You got to talk for me. I got the PP.
Go. But hey, Chase, you earned that one, bro. You say you've been thinking about this car for 10 years. Here you are. You got your rookie contract. Put that up. Hey, I'm going to get me something nice. Got him a Lambo. And it's nice. Speaking of calling, you got to wait for Ocho? Well, we got to wait for Ocho for this one. So hopefully, man, y'all need to get off them sites. Yeah, the Lakers. What y'all want us to talk about the Lakers? What y'all want us to say? They got blown out? They did. They got blown out. And that's what happens. You give up 70 points in the paint. You let a team shoot 15, 16 threes. You're going to get blown out. I don't know what y'all want us to say.
Whoa. The Lakers lost?
Last night, 146 to 105, 115, something like that. Yeah.
Wait, hold on. I just want to make sure. I just want you to stay with me now. So is it still Lakers in 5, even though they lost?
Yeah.
Okay.
They weren't the playoffs. They weren't done. You got to win 4 games in the playoffs.
Okay, my bad. I'm just checking. I just
5. How about this here, Ocho? Speaking of calling, a soldier bets Keon Coleman 50 push-ups. His quarterback wouldn't answer his FaceTime. Watch this, Ocho.
Yeah.
What's the over/under? You think if he answer, I need 50 push-ups.
Whoa, wait, hold on. If he answer, you give?
Come on down. No, I can't lose in it. I only can lose if he don't answer, but I don't have to do nothing.
Oh, so it's not really all right.
It's a one-sided deal.
It's unilateral. I like those deals.
That's FaceTime. What if he answers and says, new phone, who this? Nah, he ain't gonna do that. I ain't changed my number. Oh, look, he answered. I appreciate you so much, my guy. I'm doing a Q&A at an Army base right now. Somebody asked me if you would answer. I was like, I think he would. I need my 50 push-ups. You lost. He said, thank you for your service.
That's dope.
Love you.
Hey.
See, my quarterback love me, bro. You thought you had me, man.
He thought he had him. Josh got that new contract. He answering the phone for everybody. He good.
Hey, that's a good one. Hey, who can you call in your phone, Unc? No matter what, Helen, if your life depended on it, you could pick up the phone and FaceTime and you know they guaranteed the answer. Your life on the line.
Huh? Oh, I don't call nobody. I don't call nobody but Kayla.
Okay, I'm just saying.
My sister not answering FaceTime because I've never talked to my sister on FaceTime. My brother's not going to answer because I've never talked to my brother on FaceTime. I've only talked to my son once on FaceTime. Right. I've only talked to my youngest daughter once on FaceTime. So the only person, I don't talk to Bucket on FaceTime. I don't talk to Burns on FaceTime.
See, but that's a good thing, though. That's a good thing because the fact that they don't normally talk to you on FaceTime, they would understand it would probably be an extreme emergency if I got Unc calling me on FaceTime.
Nope, they gonna hit decline. Do you mean to call me on FaceTime? That's what they gonna text me back and say. Man, I know my people, Ocho.
Oh,
that ain't me. So the only person I would probably, if I had to bet something, I'd probably say Kayla.
Okay. If I had to choose somebody in my life, in my immediate life, and it was a life or death situation.
Because I tried to ask what type of face, do you mean to call me?
I'm trying to think.
I did.
I mean, who could I call? Probably my kids. Any one of my kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only one. That's the only one I would be willing to put anything on to say that she would answer. She ain't answering now because she got to get up and go to work in the morning. She got a new job, so she ain't answering right now. But nah, my sister, no. Brother, mom, Bucket, Burns, no. I'm trying to. First of all, I ain't never called any of my, Snoop, Cube, anybody that's in my phone, Mayweather, Ross, P. I ain't never called nobody FaceTime. I don't call. I don't like talking FaceTime. Hey, I know who you can call. I know you gonna answer.
Who? You talking about me?
Oh hell.
Oh nah. Nah.
I'm trying to think. Let me ask you this.
Yes,
what
sir.
ex could you call and they would answer?
All of them.
Man, they'll probably change their number on me.
Listen to me. You hear me?
Huh?
All of them.
All of them?
I mean,
Yeah, because they tell me they say Ocho paid well.
Pay what well?
They say Ocho paid well.
Listen, respectfully, all of them. And I say it respectfully. I mean, you know, I like that. I can answer that. I can say that confidently too.
Maybe we go live. Maybe we have to put that to the test. Maybe we have to call somebody when we go live.
Oh, from the past? Okay, we can do that. I like
no,
that.
hell no. I ain't calling nobody for no pass. Hell no. I'm talking about
I thought you said me.
On our phone.
I thought you said me.
Hell no. Well,
Oh,
you talking about,
you talking about, okay. We can do that. I like that. I like that. Hey, that would be a good one though too, huh?
What
sit there, call an ex out the blue just to see if they answer.
Yeah. I called one of my kids' moms.
Oh, come on. Here you go, man. You know they gonna answer.
No, hell they don't. No, hell they won't. they gonna send me a text, send me a text about what the hell you want. No. No, I ain't fooling that. A fake CJ Stroud got into a Houston rodeo for free for pretending to be Stroud. He even had the Texans fans taking pictures with him. Ocho, look at this.
Hey, that's funny. That's funny.
You guys have to
Now they had to put us into the other door.
let them in?
Yeah. The security just let us in with my camera because I couldn't go to the front door. Doing good? That's me.
I know, I was like,
Yeah, you take pictures.
I wasn't expecting a selfie, but I'll take a selfie.
Big ups on your career, brother. Like, love you, dog.
Hey, you're taking the Super Bowl.
Thank you.
Something for my kids.
I just got into the rodeo for free for looking like CJ Stroud.
Why in the hell would CJ Stroud be wearing his jersey in public?
Or his shirt in general. I mean, you would have to be a true football fan. A true football fan to actually know, man, stop playing. That ain't no CJ Stroud. Now, you do look like it, and you can fool a whole lot of people, that don't know exactly who he is, but just know, all right, I know he looks like the quarterback, but I don't know if it's really him or not. So that's why he was able to get away with that. But listen, a true football fan, you ain't fooling nobody. You ain't fooling nobody.
No. Man, I was like, bro. I mean, have you ever worn your jersey out in public?
Me?
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Nah, hell nah.
Absolutely not.
I mean, the only time pep rally. When you in high school, you got a pep rally.
High school pep rally. Yeah, I remember them days. Yeah. Hey,
That's
talking
the
about
only
not
time
the pep rally. I used to wear that thing all day in school.
Yeah, you know that, Ocho.
Hey, game day. Boy, don't tell me that they had that number 2 walking through the hallway, skipping class. That was me.
Yeah, you know that be what time, you know, hey, your girl wear your Letterman jacket, you know what I'm saying, Ocho?
Oh, yeah,
you got a Letterman jacket?
Yeah. Beach High. I don't know where it. Matter of fact, my ex from high school, she still got my Letterman jacket. That would be a nice gift to get back if I could get it. If I could find out where she at. I don't know where she at.
And then, you know, we got all them patches down there. You put this like region champs, you know, so forth and so, state champs, you know. Man, this Joe got a whole jersey. Ocho, chat, I know y'all about to get mad at us, but don't get mad.
What happened?
We got to pay some bills. It's only 50 seconds. 50 seconds, and you're going to pay some bills.
Oh, okay.
We'll be
Vice
right back
TV's
after hit show Dark Side of the Ring is back. Professional wrestling is the only sport whose stars live in two worlds, balancing their in-ring characters with real life. Dark Side of the Ring examines the complex intersection of fantasy and reality while uncovering wrestling's dark, untold history. This season will be another shocking view into professional wrestling's unseen world. From the first-hand accounts of Mick Foley's career defining Hell in a Cell, icons Big Van Vader and superstar Billy Graham, to Billy Jack Haynes awaiting trial for second-degree murder charges. Season 6 will be a continuation of the explosive untold stories in the world of wrestling. Dark Side of the Ring premieres March 25th at 10 p.m. Eastern, with new episodes every Tuesday only on Vice TV. Go to vicetv.com to find your cable channel. See? That wasn't that long, was it? That wasn't that long at all.
Hey, chat. We got to pay the bills now. You know, the first roll around. We don't say nothing. Y'all got to pay your bills, car insurance. You know, life insurance, health insurance. You know, rent be due, your phone bill due. I mean, come on now.
Yeah, y'all talking about Unc hi. Every time I'm out, hey Unc, you hired? Unc, can I intern? How you think we pay the bills? How you think we pay people to do all this? Editors, graphics, producers, associate producers. Y'all, it ain't. I want y'all to know it ain't cheap to do this. Shay Media, we got 17 employees. We got 17, 18 employees.
Yeah, make it 19.
Well, you ain't no employee, but you get paid handsomely. You ain't no damn employee.
Hey, you right by getting paid handsomely. I appreciate it. I appreciate that. You know, handsome money, handsome dude. You know, it all go hand in hand.
Ocho, check this out. A New York basketball coach was fired for pulling a high school player's ponytail. Northville High School fired Coach Jim Zulo. The incident unfolded at North High School, lost to New York State Public High School. We gotta wait till we finish reading. Go ahead, Ocho. Look at this. Watch what he does.
I'm looking at it. Oh man, listen, that's you know, that's not the first time, huh? That's not the first time. Now that's something that's probably been going on for a while, especially.
Oh, you put that woman here, that woman here like that?
Hey, but listen,
boy, put my daughter out of slap fire from it.
Man, listen, I don't know where her parents was at, but you know that couldn't have been, you know what? Because somebody's parents would have been and jumped on the court and beat Buddy up.
Yep.
But you can tell that incident or something like that to be that comfortable, especially during the game. To be able to do that, that means it's been going on before that. It's been going on in practice.
Maybe once upon a time, way back when,
yes, sir,
coaches behaved in this manner.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Not today's time. You can't coach and intimidate players like you could when you and I was coming up, especially when I was coming up. They grab your face mask, they push you, they kick you in your tail.
Yeah.
They did things to you, Ocho. You can't do that now.
Yeah.
And you know, hey, you do that to somebody kid. First of all, you do that to somebody kid now, somebody gonna knock fire from you.
Oh,
you can't. You got to be careful. And I always tell people, be careful how you treat people, kid.
Yeah, you got to.
Because somebody come up there and do something bad to you, and then like, well, he ain't have to do it. Well, you didn't have to do that.
Do that, yeah. Hey, I'm just thinking about the coaching styles back then, especially your era. Hell, my era wasn't any better. Hey, Chad, I don't know how many of you are familiar with the documentary, The Year of the Bull. Obviously, you know Teddy Bridgewater, just this past season, one state, he was coaching at Miami Northwestern, prestigious black high school in Liberty City. If you get a chance, please go back and watch the documentary called The Year of the Bull, just to see how high school colleges coach during that era, how I grew up and how I was coached, little league, all the way up to high school. It's unbelievable. And I think that coaching style, it wouldn't work in today's era, but it made all of us better players and a little numb to some of the things that go on outside in the real world, having to deal with some of the coaches that coach, you know, in that manner, in that style. It's frowned upon today, but I kind of like it in a sense, the way they operated back then. See if you check that documentary out. It's called The Year of the Bull, Miami Northwestern. I mean, you might like it. You know, some of you might hate it, but I enjoy, me personally, I enjoy that kind of coaching style.
Yeah, and you just can't do it now. You know, the same with Bobby Knight headbutted his players on the bench.
Yeah.
You know, he got there and he got down and he headbutted him. Man, you can't do that no more. You can't do all the stuff and grab the player in his collar and grab. You know, they were notorious grab you by your face, man. You hear what I'm saying to you, son?
Mm-hmm.
And shove you and do all kind of things, man. Look here. And back then we didn't know no better. We took it. Mm-hmm. We took it because we felt that they were trying to get us better.
Yeah,
you can get somebody better without doing all that, being disrespectful and being derogatory. But that was just, and just because Ocho, it worked. You know, and do I think that had anything to do with me? Hell, I think I was going to be what I was going to be regardless. Do I like to be coached? Yes.
Yeah.
If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong, and I'm going to try to correct it.
But don't curse.
Tell me what you want me to do. Tell me what's the best way I can go about doing it. I'm going to do it.
Right.
But I ain't big and put my hands on people's kids because I want you to put your hands on my kids, so I ain't putting my hands on nobody's kids, and I want you to put your hands on me. But you know, back then, as you get older, you're like, okay, coach, I don't mind being corrected, but this is how I'd like you to talk to me.
Right.
But
I mean, teach his own.
Ocho.
Yeah.
Looking back at the cost of living 40 years ago in 1985, which one of these items surprises you the most?
Hold on, I can't see that good now. Hold on.
Can you see it now? A new house costs $84,300. The average income was $23,600. Right. Minimum wage was $3.35 an hour. Average rent $432 a month. College tuition $4,560. A spanking brand new car was less than $7,700. Milk was $2.20 a gallon. Eggs was 85 cents a dozen. A loaf of bread cost 68 cents. A movie ticket was $3.55, and gas cost $1.12 a gallon.
Now listen, one thing I want to say about this. I remember these days, 1985.
Yeah, I remember I was a junior in high school.
Yeah, hey, listen, I was a freshman in high school. Now, when I think about it, they always say history repeats itself.
No, that ain't happening.
Wait, listen to me. Stay with me now. If you look at some of the things going on, fashion, politics, some of the things that's going on in the world, we're going back to the 60s and the 70s in certain areas and aspects in life if you actually pay attention to certain things. Now, we talk about history repeating itself. At what point will we get back to this?
Never. You're never going to buy a house for less than $100,000. Unless it's a row house. Unless it's a crack house. You ain't getting no new car. You ain't getting no new car for no $7,700, Ocho.
Hey, milk
and gas ain't gonna ever be $1.12 a gallon.
Hey, eggs was 85 cents. Eggs was 85 cents per dozen.
Yeah, I was 17. I remember it. Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. Remember I told you you used to get 3 loaves of bread for $1. I remember you get 3 loaves. The loaf of bread was 68 cents now, but I remember you can get 3 loaves of bread for $1. Yes, I remember this like I was 17. I remember this. Now I ain't know nothing about no new house. The house we stayed in probably cost $1,500. But yeah, I remember this.
The funny thing about it is the price of everything keeps going up, right? Everything around us, it keeps going up. They're taking jobs away from people using technology, chat GPT and AI and all this other stuff, automated services. But minimum wage isn't going up the way it should.
No, I remember.
To be able to offset the price of everything going up. So something
wages are going up. Exact wages are going up.
Yeah.
The average consumer, the hourly is not, because it's what, $7.30 now?
Yeah.
I work for $3.35 an hour, so I know.
Yeah.
Ocho, but even back then, Ocho, you look at that and say, damn, bro, my grandma called hell. Even at 85 cents, even at 68 cents for a loaf of bread, it was still hell on the Porter Sharpe household. And you look at the price tonight like, damn, Unc, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Gas was $1.12 a gallon, and you weren't going nowhere unless you had $2 to put in my tank. So it wasn't no free ride. Hey, come take. No, you got to pay.
Right.
Yeah. I remember that like yesterday.
That's crazy.
New car.
For 7,000?
Boy, do you know what 7,000 was?
Oh yeah, back then I could imagine.
How you gonna buy a car? My granny made $197 every 2 weeks, so she made less than $4,000 a year. So how the hell you gonna pay for a new car?
Yeah, you're right.
And buy food.
Can you imagine if everybody rent was $430 still?
Do you know how much money that was back then?
Yeah, I already know. You got to tell me I was there. What you mean?
See,
I was there.
You looking at today's money, you making today's money, and you looking at yesterday's prices.
Right.
Transport your ass back there. You know how your mama struggled to pay $430-something. Well, that was a boatload of money.
Yeah, I already know. But just imagine.
Hell, Granny made $500 a month. So how you gonna pay rent at $432 a month and she made $500?
And so funny, you notice how they made it work back then? They made a way.
Yeah.
No matter what, regardless.
You ate hog chitlin, you make pig feet, you ate coon, you ate squirrel, you ate rabbit, you ate possum. Yes, that's how you ate tripe, you ate mountain oysters. That's how you made it. You went and caught a mess of fish.
Yeah.
And you ate, that's how you made it work. You wasn't eating no steak, no lamb chop, no lobster, no crab legs, no scallops, you wasn't eating none of that.
Right.
I had never heard of a person eating crab like Ocho, you know them Dungeness crabs, them blue crab, but like them king crab legs and lobster. I ain't never heard nobody eat no lobster. I heard nobody eat no lobster till about, can we go get some when we got in college like a senior. And guy was telling me, man, I'm gonna take old girl to Red Lobster. She want lobster. What? Right. But you know, guys, when you got that work study money, you got that work study money, Ocho. You try to press somebody, you think about eating something. Man, please. Eating salmon croquette in the can, eating Vienna sausages, eating bologna. That tube bologna with the red, with the tube, the long tube of bologna, Ocho. Not no Oscar Mayer with the slices. You wasn't getting that.
Right.
You get that big ass tube.
Hold on, what you know about? I bet you ain't had no beanies and weenies.
Nah, we ain't eat that. We did have pork and beans though.
Okay. No, pork and beans, and you take the hot dogs and cut the hot dogs up in the pork and beans. Okay.
And we got the hot dogs. The 50 came in a pack, but the hot dogs still had the casing on them. See, they were pink. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about, Ocho. You ain't get no Hebrew national. Man, stop. But I'm looking at these prices. I'm like, as I look back in this now, Ocho, and I think, boy, we were bad off, Ocho. We might have been worse than I previously thought.
Right. Boy, them was some days there, boy. Boy, them was some days. Oh man,
yeah.
Times. Hey, when life was simple, huh? Life was simple.
All right, Ocho, we got your favorite segment back. Chat, y'all get ready. It's time for Ocho's favorite segment. It's time for Spello Cinco. Where you at? Ocho? Put your hat on.
Hey, man. Hey, you know who got mad at me and cut my hat up a long time ago? That's why I stopped wearing it.
Man, don't put that.
You heard me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Ocho, I'm gonna start you off with an easy word.
Hold on. Let me lock in first. Let me lock in. Don't rush me. Don't rush me. Let me lock in and focus so I can chat. This is for y'all. Tonight is for y'all, chat. I'm telling you. I won the spelling bee in 1978 and 1979.
Dear Heavenly Father, give Ocho the strength to lock in and to spell these words. Help him to focus, understand, and as I enunciate these words correctly, just give Ocho the strength and the courage to spell these words with conviction.
Yes, sir.
We ask all these things in your name. Amen.
Yes, sir.
Let's go, Ocho.
Amen. Your
first word
First word.
Ubiquitous. Ubiquitous.
How you gonna come out the gate? How you gonna come out the gate
simultaneously? Ubiquitous.
How you come out the gate with something like that?
Okay, it's gonna get easy.
Okay.
Ubiquitous.
Okay, we starting with that. You say it again.
Ubiquitous.
Ubiquitous. Now,
yes.
I'm assuming it's UB. Let's start there. Ubic. Now, Bic lighter is BIC. So I'm gonna go UBIC. UBICQ. TIST.
UBIQUITOUS. Ubiquitous.
Now you knew I wasn't gonna get that. Now the chat.
I thought you would get that one. I thought there was a chance.
What?
Okay, how about this one, Ocho? This one, and you've heard of this one. A demagogue.
A who?
A demagogue.
Wait, you mean a demigod?
A demagogue. Demagogue is a leader exploiting emotions to gain power. A demagogue.
Man, are these words even? Excuse me. Are these words even in the thesaurus? I've never heard that before. A demi. Say it one more time. I bet you I get
demigod.
It right. A demigod. A-D-E-M-I. A demigod. G-O-D?
Where the hell you get an A from? I said demagogue.
Oh, you said demi. I thought you said a demigod.
No, but you're wrong. D-E-M-A-G-O-G-U-E. Demagogue.
Oh my goodness, Unc. Hey, Unc. And not only do I not know these words, the chat don't know them either. And I hope nobody in the chat is laughing at me because I know y'all not finna sit here and pretend that y'all know some of the words I'm talking about because I ain't never heard of the last one, and I definitely don't know how to spell the first one we did.
How about this? Paradigm.
Okay. Paradigm. Oh, P-A-R-A-D-I-G-N.
No.
What?
P-A-R-A-D-I-G-M.
That's what I just said.
Sound like you said N. Chat, what y'all think?
Do you see how fast I spelled it? Because I know how to spell it.
Don't worry, we'll run it back. We'll give you that one. How about this one?
Let's go. Antidote. Stop playing with me. What you
antidote.
About? Huh?
Antidote. Antidote.
A-N-T-I. Antidote. A-N-T-I-D-O-T-E. Antidote.
A-N-E-C-D-O-T-E. Antidote.
God dog it, man. Jesus.
Elucidate.
What?
To clarify, explain clearly. Elucidate.
Elucidate?
Elucidate. To clarify or explain clearly. Elucidate.
Elusive. So elusive. Elusive. Elusive is E-L, so elucidate would probably be E-L as well. U-S, elucidate. I-D-A-T-E, elucidate.
E-L-U-C-I-D-A-T-E, elucidate.
So that's not what I just spelled?
No.
Hey, hey, boy, I'm on a bad
This is going to be the easiest one. If you don't get this one,
I'm on a bad run.
Abhor, to detest, strongly dislike. I abhor you.
Abhor. Oh my goodness, abhor. I mean, it could be abhor like A-B-O-R-A. I mean, my bad, A-B-O-A-R, but it could be A-B-O-R-E.
What word are you going with?
Or abhor, A-B-O-R. Which one of the three is it?
I didn't go to Harvard. I went to Glenville High School. That's far as I'm
You got to understand, I went to Harvard for one semester.
Okay, that should be enough to help spell these words.
I mean, that's when they saw my application and knew it was fake, and that's when they got thrown out.
So what are you going with? A bore?
Abor, A-B-O-R, A-B-O-R.
A-B-H-O-R, a bore.
Okay, I got it right.
No, you didn't.
No, I said the H is silent.
No. Damn, Ocho, you did. Whew.
What I was 1 for 4?
1 for 5.
Well, listen, if I played baseball, I'd be a Hall of Famer.
No, actually, you wouldn't. That's below the Mendoza line there. You got to be at least 250. I can work with you. 300, you in the ballpark. Okay, Ocho, this is Dunk on Unc, NCAA hoops.
Okay, here we go. Golly, man, that was. Hey, I got to go back and I got to study my thesaurus or something, man, because Jesus Christ. Hey, chat, I apologize, chat. I'm glad this wasn't a life or death situation because y'all would be planning my funeral. My goodness, that was abysmal. That was horrible.
Yeah, that was.
God. Hey, them some crazy words, though. Okay, here we go. Dunk on Unc, NCAA hoops, riddle edition.
Okay.
He played for the Kentucky Wildcats. He won the 2012 NCAA National Championship. Known for his elite defense and shot blocking. Went #1 overall in the
Anthony Davis.
Well, God, can I finish?
No, I ain't going to hold you.
Okay, you got that one. Okay, here we go. He played for the UConn Huskies. Went 4 for 4 in the NCAA Championship 2013 to 2016. Never lost the NCAA tournament game. One of the greatest women's college basketball players ever. Who am I?
She went 4 for 4. Oh, Stuart. Breonna Stewart.
God damn it. Okay. You two for 2. Okay. You know your stuff, huh?
A little bit.
Okay, here we go. Coach for the Duke Blue Devils. Won 5 NCAA championships. 1991, 1992, 2001, 2010.
Coach K.
Damn. Okay. Hey, boy, you on a roll today, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna ask you for the numbers for the lotto after this. Okay, here we go. Legendary coach of the Tennessee Lady Vols, won 8 NCAA
Pat Summitt. Actually, her middle name is Pat Head Summitt. She married the guy's last name was Summitt. Her actual maiden name is Pat Head.
Well,
Did you know the story? She got beat. She got beat in the tournament game, and she was about to give birth to her son. And they said they wanted to land the plane in Virginia, and she said, "Nah, I'm not having my son in Virginia."
Hey, boy, you showing off tonight in front of the company, huh? Okay. Here we go. Let me put my glasses back on. He played for the Duke Blue Devils. Scored 41 points in the 1992 Elite 8 game versus Kentucky.
He was perfect from the floor. Christian Laettner. He didn't miss a single shot or a free throw. He hit the buzzer beater. Yep. Remember it like yesterday. Caught the pass from Grant Hill at the top of the key. Turned around. Bam. Ball game. You remember that game, Ocho? Oh.
Hey, man. Come on, man. Hell nah. Okay, here we go. Last one. All right, you ain't going to get this one. Played for the Iowa Hawkeyes, known for the triple-doubles and record-breaking performances. One of the top scorers in NCAA history. Revolutionized women's basketball.
Not Caitlin Clark, Ocho.
Hey, I want to know who briefed you before this.
I thought you were going to give me like, well, who won the 1975 national championship in the men? I thought you were going to ask me something like that.
Who won the national championship in 1975?
For the men?
Yeah.
I think NC State. Because 76 was Indiana, 77 was Marquette, 78 was Kentucky, 79 was Michigan State. 80 was Louisville. 81 was Indiana again. 82 was Michael Jordan's year. 83 was NC State. 84 was Georgetown.
God damn.
UCLA won? So when did David Thompson win? 74?
Hey, I got a problem. We got a whole court, especially with the chat. The chat, we all got a whole court. There's a small discrepancy in the level of difficulty in my questions when it's time to spell and the questions that you get on Dunk on Unc.
I thought you was gonna ask me some NCAA stuff, like who won the '96 national championship,
right?
Or ask me something about Cheryl Swoops,
right?
Lynette Woodard,
right?
I mean, you can't ask me something about Coach K,
right? Okay, don't worry about it. I got you. Listen, next time I got you. I'm gonna take the degree of difficulty to the maximum, the way you do with my words.
Yeah. Ask me where Oscar Robertson played or something like that.
Right. Okay.
You know Jerry West played at Ohio State, so don't ask me that. No, he played at West Virginia. No, he played at Ohio State, didn't he?
I was there. Me and Jerry had class.
Jerry might have been at West Virginia. Jerry Lucas played Ohio State.
Damn. Boy, I had a bad night tonight, boy.
Yeah, West Virginia with Jerry, because that's where he's from. Jerry Lucas.
Oh, I had a bad night. Chad, I apologize.
Oh, you did, Ocho. All right, Ocho. Now it's time for Q&A.
Ooh, that was bad. Golly.
Aaron Owen says, what would be more awkward if Unc had a beard or if Ocho had a head full of hair?
I mean, I can grow a head full of hair, so it wouldn't be awkward because there are many pictures with me with a head full of hair, and I can still grow.
That was a long time ago.
No, it wasn't. You want me to grow my hair out just to prove it?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
How you think I look with a beard, Ocho?
Hey, I think you should get one of the units. Get a unit.
No.
No? Just see how it look, huh? Get you a little unit.
I can grow a beard.
So why don't you grow it out? Do something different. Why? Do something different for the ladies.
Ocho.
Just try it. Just try it.
Think about
it. It ain't gonna hurt.
You people have only seen me with one way. The same haircut with the same part, no facial hair, no earrings, no tattoos, no piercings.
Right.
I'm gonna wait till I get 57 and get into a midlife crisis, huh?
It's not a midlife crisis.
Why don't I just go on and buy a Porsche?
You know what they can call you?
It'll be complete.
They can call you the silver fox. Get you a gray beard. Let it grow in. Let it be gray. Yeah, that'd be nice.
No. Cupcake Ocho, I think Ocho with a head full of hair. Because it's gonna look like he one of them 70 movies when they got the wigs on. What was that movie with Don Cheadle had that wig on?
I forgot what movie that was.
Cupcake Mama, good evening. What NFL rule you guys would change right now?
I would change the rule. I want football to be football again. I understand player safety and all that, but it's just not the same. It's just not the same. I want football to be played again like it did in the early 2000s. That's all. That's the only rule.
I think one of the dumbest rules is that a running back can't lower his head.
It makes no sense. That's how you run the ball. That's how you protect yourself as a back.
Exactly.
I'm like, man, you see my point.
All right, Ocho, here's the question. NFL matchup highlights. What's up, Unc and Ocho? I know Unc was a tight end. Did you ever line up against Dion? No. Also, if you and Ocho line up against Dion 5 times each, which one of you guys would catch more balls on Dion?
Listen, Dion couldn't cover me.
Me.
Dion couldn't cover me in elementary. He couldn't cover me in junior high. He couldn't cover me in college, and he couldn't cover me in the pros. He can't cover me now. So that's the answer to your question.
Nah, he ain't got but 3 toes now.
Listen, 3 toes, 2 toes. Lakers in 5.
Isaiah Lancaster, what's good, Unc Ocho? What are your thoughts on Stephen A. saying he can see Jamar Chase being in the conversation of the top 3 all-time receiver at the end of his career in combos with Rice, Moss, and T.O.?
Absolutely. It's all about consistency. It's all about consistency and being healthy and staying on the field. With a quarterback like Joe Burrow, who's going to be able to get him the ball at will offensively, they put Chase in positions to be able to make the plays. What he can do with run after the catch on short and intermediate routes and turn into 10 or a damn drag into an 80-yard touchdown, absolutely. That's possible. It's all about staying healthy and being consistent year in and year out.
Yep.
Absolutely.
That should be his goal. Pat W. said, Ocho, you should try hooking up with Unc with a good praying Haitian woman. One thing I know about our praying Haitian women, they're great partners.
Oh, yeah. Matter of fact, yeah. Hey, Unc, I got you. I got you. If you need, no? Listen, hey, Haitian women treat you right. You hear me?
Ain't gonna have me on my knees asking my arms what's wrong with me. Oh, no.
Oh, what that mean, huh?
Have you out there looking forward in broad daylight with a flashlight?
Yes, sir.
Oh, no. You know, hey, Miss Rudolph, you know Richard Pryor talking about Miss Rudolph?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. That might be what you need, though.
No, that ain't what I need.
Hey, it don't hurt to try.
J. Cass, we ain't rocking with you no more, Chad. I told you on St. John's going far get it together 85. I told you on St. John's. What's that, Ocho?
You talk about St. John lost.
Oh, why y'all listen to Ocho?
I mean, listen, I was just throwing that out there on a whim.
Small 40. I wish South Carolina would have a major league sports here. We turned down the Panthers in 94. Hell, we turned down Walt Disney in the 60s. Do our governors, local officials do not want anything here? Yeah.
Yeah.
Dr. Frankie L. Bellamy. Hey, fam, have you ever heard of the Asher House? It's an animal sanctuary in Salem, Oregon, founded by a guy named Lee Asher. He rescues unwanted and discarded animals and gives them a full life of love. He reminds me of you. You love your animals. I actually do. I've heard of it. I do. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to retire one day. Not anytime soon. I want too many goats, too many cows, 4 dogs, and a raccoon. I'll be straight.
You know what? I want to retire one day. And when I retire, I want to purchase
Tennessee.
I want to purchase Shahid Khan's yacht. I want to take it over.
No damn yacht.
And I'm gonna travel to the south of France by water. That's what I want to do.
No.
I'm gonna manifest that. I'm going to get Shahid Khan. That's how you say it, Shahid.
Shad Khan, the owner of the Jacksonville Jaguars?
Yeah. Shad. Okay. That's his name, Shad?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I want his yacht. I know he gonna see this. Mr. Khan, if I could borrow your yacht just for a weekend in Miami.
You can't afford the gas to put in it.
That's why I said borrow.
Even if you borrow it, you got to put gas in it. When you borrow somebody's car, you can't return it on E.
It's already gas. It's gonna already be fueled up. That's why I said borrow. He understands the position I'm in. He wouldn't put that on my plate. Mr. Khan, if you happen to see this one weekend, can I please borrow your yacht? I just want to listen to jazz music, a little Sinatra, kick my feet up, smoke a cigar, private chef. That's all I'm asking for.
Kemper Norwood Jr. Can I get a birthday shout out for my dad, Kemper Sr.? It was his birthday yesterday. Kemper, you actually can. Mr. Norwood Sr., happy birthday. Hopefully you had a great day. Hopefully your son did something special for you. You went out, got a nice bite to eat, hung out with the kids, the grandkids. Thank you for watching, Kemper. We appreciate you watching also,
Happy
bro.
birthday,
You've been here
happy
from
birthday.
day one. Thank you. Happy birthday, Mr. Senior. J-Dub from Akron. I just saw the Derek Thomas documentary the other day. What did you say to make him get all those penalties in one game? On one drive. Slips my recollection. Derek 3150, Unc Ocho, my wife Danielle and I are celebrating our 29th anniversary. Would be special if you would give us a shout out. I wish the best for both of you. Derek, man, 29 years, almost to the big 3-0.
Yeah.
I know, hey, man, that's amazing. To see, when you see couples, you know, Ocho, because it ain't been smooth sailing all 29 years.
No.
When one was weak, the other had to be strong.
Yeah.
When one was sad, the other one had to cheer the other one up. So Derek and Danielle, happy 29th wedding anniversary. And hopefully we get another 29 out of you guys. Congratulations. Job well done, but it's not over yet.
And it's a beautiful thing.
Yes. Astro Rocket Texas said, Ocho, how are your questions that are safe next time? I beat Ocho, but y'all not surprised by that.
It's all good. I've had better days.
Next time, tomorrow, I guess we're going to have to send you another hat.
Yeah, man. I'm listen. I ain't even think it's all good.
That concludes this episode of Nightcap, brought to you by Boost Mobile. Visit your nearest Boost Mobile store or boostmobile.com to join their nationwide 5G network today. I'm your favorite Unc, Shannon Sharpe. Number 85, the Liberty City legend, the Bingo Ring of Fame honoree, the Pro Bowler, the All-Pro, that's Chad Ochocinco Johnson. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Please make sure you hit that like button. And guys, go subscribe to the Nightcap podcast feed wherever you get your podcast from. Thank you guys for tuning in. 5 nights a week, 4 nights a week, 3 nights a week. Come hell or high water, we know we can always count on your support. Thank you for your continued support. Make sure you go check out Shea by Le Portier. We do have it in stock, and I want to thank all the cities that we visited over the last 2 weeks. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for your support, and thank you for your continued support. We do have it in stock, and if you can't find it in a city or state near you, order it. We will ship it directly to your door. Please drink responsibly and stay safe. Make sure you follow my media company page on all of its platforms. That's Shay Shay Media, and my clothing company, 84, with 84 being spelled out. Everything is restocked. The link is pinned at the top of the chat. Supplies are limited, and once they're gone, they're gone. So please grab yours while supplies last. That concludes Nightcap. We'll see you tomorrow night.
Mañana.
Read.